After World War II, a group of scholars emerging in field on international relations identifying themselves as realists. The theory of realism has had a significant impact on both world politics and the academic study of international relations. Human power thinking behavior and the motive of fear, honor, and profit illustrate the universal idea of realism. It is argued that because human groups have always sought to survive and maintain their own political communities, they have been compelled to seek power and engage in a struggle to defend themselves.
Realism is an important way of thinking that focuses on power, self interest, and national security in international affairs. When we talk about timeless wisdom in realism, we're dealing with a complicated idea. Realism, as a theory, recognizes that certain qualities of human nature, like the desire for power and self interest, have always existed and will continue to shape international relations in the future. However, how realism is applied can change in different historical situations. The relationships between countries, and the global situation changes all over time. So realists have to adjust their strategies and tactics to fit these changing circumstances. Therefore, while the way we apply realism may change with different situations, its timeless wisdom lies in understanding the enduring aspects of human nature and how power and self-interest play a role. By using the principles of realism in our analysis, we can improve our understanding of international relations and make more informed decisions. Thank you.
Rallies offer a unique perspective in world politics, viewing the international system as an area of a perpetual competition and conflict among the states. In their conceptualization, rallies emphasize in the central role of power and national interest in shaping of global affairs. According to the rallies, the international system is an anarchy, lacking in centralization authority to enforce the rules and norms. This absence of a higher authority leads states to prioritize their own security and survival. These rallies argue that the states are rational actors that seek the maximum power and influence in order to protect their own interests. Rallies also emphasize that the role of military capacity as a crucial aspect of power. They believe that the states must maintain a strong military force to deter the potential threats and secure the position of a global order. These perspectives offer leads to emphasize on the balance of power and also the state seek to prevent of any actor from becoming too dominant.
While realism is a broad and diverse theoretical perspective, there are some common assumptions that many realist theories share. These include, first of all, international anarchy, which means that theory assume that the international system is characterized by anarchy. Second is the state-centric focus, which means that places a strong and emphasis on state as the key of actors in the international relation. Third is the self-help and survival, which means that realists assume that the state are primarily concerned with their own survival and security. Fourth is the distribution of power that recognize the importance of power in the international relation. And finally, the rationality and self-interest, that is generally assume that the state are rational actors who act in their own self-interest.
Here, the state is key actor and must pursue power. Meanwhile, security cannot be taken for granted because of the anarchy conditions. International politics is a continuous struggle, considering the power-seeking behavior in human nature. Structural realism focuses on the distribution of power, rather than individual state characteristics or preferences, determining how they behave, but it has limitations in the different places. It is not sufficient since a range of factors tend to downplay the role of individual states, since it assumes that these have information about distribution of power or intentions of other states, while they have diverse political systems, cultures, or ideologies that influence their behavior. Imaguru's chapter of realism discusses the impact of globalization and does not capture the complexities of interdependence or non state actors that influence behavior beyond this structure. Also, states' perceptions can be biased by public opinion or interest groups, downplaying norms and identity, internal causes that lead to deviate from what the structural realism predicts based on systemic level, causing international norms and shared beliefs to shape behavior, as in human rights considerations or relations to international law, influencing a state's decision. So, incorporating all these factors provides a better understanding of a state's behavior.
In conclusion, while structural realism provides a valuable perspective when considering international relations, it is not sufficient to fully explain the variation in the behavior of states. It has always existed and will continue to shape international relations in the future. Countries act in their own self-interested and seek to increase their power and security. Realism encourages us to carefully assess what countries want and what they are capable of doing to recognize power dynamics and to create foreign policies that suits our international interests. Realism emphasizes central roles of nation powers and interests in shaping global affairs. However, structural realism is not enough as it deviates from what it predicts based on the systematic level. The international system is anarchist and lacks centralized authority to enforce rules and norms. States must maintain strong military forces to deter potential threats and secure their position in global orders. Therefore, it is important to consider other theories and approaches to gain more complete and accurate understanding of behavior of states in international relations.